The river doesn't rise.
And brings the
It is reclaiming what belongs to it.
and brings the darkness.
What took centuries to build, nature dismantled in moments.
A final, forgotten symbol of a stolen holiday appears.
December 1993. As Germany prepared for Christmas, the Rhine River was preparing for an event of its own.
The holiday markets were the heart of the city, a pulse of human warmth against the winter chill.
For centuries, man had learned to live alongside the river, believing it had been tamed.
But far inland, the perfect recipe for a disaster was forming. Relentless rain combined with rapid alpine snowmelt. Every drop of water had a single destination: the River Rhine.
The first sign appeared, not with a roar, but with a silent invasion.
The river was changing. It was now carrying the power of the highlands.
The strength of the current increased, testing the endurance of everything in its path. The final warning was given.
Humanity began to react, but was it in time? The lopsided battle was about to begin.
The entire area seemed to hold its breath, awaiting the inevitable.
The pressure of millions of tons of water had found its weakness.
The man-made structure was on the verge of collapse.
In seconds, the boundary of safety was about to be erased.
This was the historic moment, the moment the Rhine River broke free. It was no longer a river. This was a tsunami on land. The flood's destruction was beginning. All of man's creations became insignificant before.
The rules and guidelines of the civilized world were now rendered meaningless.
This was a direct confrontation between nature and what man had built on its land.
Nature's fury destroys not just with water. It also takes away the light.
And brings the darkness.
In minutes, a vast area was returned to a darker age, making a disaster even more terrifying.
Now, the battle took place in the very heart of civilization. A city drowned in minutes. Every building was now an island, and every street a furious river.
The line between order and chaos was erased.
The familiar objects of daily life now become floating debris. The last lights of the city were slowly dying out. The city's entire transportation system was now completely paralyzed. Even the most solid structures were being tested to their limits.
The collapse was inevitable.
What took humanity centuries to build, nature dismantled in a matter of hours.
The river had eliminated another obstacle in its path.
The floodwaters continued to rise, reaching historic levels.
Only the greatest symbols could stand firm, as silent witnesses to the catastrophe.
The disaster timeline reached its final chapter: silence.
As the day ends, an eerie, tragic beauty descends upon the lost city.
Nightfall brings absolute quiet. The roars of destruction have ceased.
This is the image of a recreated world. A picture painted with water and quiet.
The last traces of everyday life, now part of the desolate landscape.
Life seems to have departed from this place. Sometimes, in the destruction, there are still strange, unexpected moments,
revealing a silent and chaotic world beneath the surface.
The laughter has ceased. The joy has been submerged. The river has calmed down after it has taken back what it considered its own.
But amidst the stillness, a final, forgotten symbol of the festival appeared. Amidst the stillness, a final, forgotten symbol of the festival appeared. A tragic reminder of the stolen holiday season. It drifted past the relics of a world that once was, past silent witnesses now submerged in silence.
The cathedral, the city's undying symbol, now stood as a lonely lighthouse, witnessing it all.
The night would pass, but it brought no hope. It only brought light to expose the stark truth.
This is the true image of the disaster, under the unforgiving light of a new day.
The final movements of a world that had stopped. This is the new map of the city, redrawn by the river itself. All plans, all intentions, all stories, washed away and erased by the water.
History would remember this as the Great Christmas Flood of 1993, an expensive lesson in the power of nature.